Are you hungry? Because if so, you're in the right place. Today we're making sticky date pudding.
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. You heard it, it's dessert time again. Sticky date pudding, or sticky toffee pudding, some call it. Pretty much the same thing, but sometimes sticky toffee pudding does not have dates in it. But semantics. Before we have a look at the ingredients, do me the huge favor, if you're not a supporter of the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button and check the bell icon so that you get a notification every Tuesday when a new episode comes out. But now, let's have a look at the board. So we have some different things here. First of all, we're going to serve this with a miso caramel, and I'll show you quickly how we did our miso caramel. 4 ingredients here for our miso caramel. 160 grams white sugar, 70 grams of cream, 50 grams of salted butter, and 20 grams of white miso. And this will make you enough for 4 servings. Let's get a pan out. So let's get this going. Get our butter in. Our miso. And our sugar. And that needs a bit of time. See, we have it on medium heat. We don't want the sugar to burn or the miso to burn. Now we just leave it a bit. And now we're looking for the color and the smell. You see how the color has changed to darker brown. Now it's starting to get the right color. Get our cream ready. Now we pour it in. Stir constantly. You can turn it down even lower now. You just want to stir it for so long as that you don't have any pieces left in it. It should all melt into the cream. And that's basically your miso caramel. You need to stir a bit further, but no point in watching that. Very easy, and the miso just adds that umami to the dish. Next, our dates. These are prepared already, and I'll show you how we did that. To make our dates, we obviously need dates, and we need some English breakfast tea, or you can use a vanilla tea if you want some of that. And we need boiling water. That's what you hear in the background. But let's get another bowl out, and let's unpip these. And we're also going to chop them a bit smaller. Let's start with getting the stone out. You need 160 gram without stone, which is probably around 170 with stone. Just measure it. I know that is about the right amount. But just to show you, we can do it like this. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but normally not. Each one. And what you need as well is bicarbonate soda, baking soda, I think you call it. So 160 gram of that, 1 tea bag, 140 grams of boiling water, and about 3 grams of this. Now we just cut this off. We're gonna mash it up a bit later anyway, so don't worry too much what it looks like now. And sometimes dates can have like a hard part on the outside. If it has that, you should cut that away as well. These ones don't. They already took that away. There we go. Put these in a bowl. Open up our tea bag. Get your scale out again. And 140 grams of boiling water. There we go. And this is never easy, so we're going to try to get 3 grams. 3 grams. Get yourself something to just stir this around with. This helps to break down the dates. Now we'll let this rest for 10 minutes. We can almost already take out our tea bag. That shouldn't be in there for 10 minutes because then it would just be too bitter. But once you smell that you have quite a nice tea flavor to it, you can take the tea bag out. And now we'll let that set for 10 minutes. I'll see you after that. So this has been standing now for 10 minutes. And now, depending on if you want it very fine or if you want pieces, I personally like pieces, so I will just press it with a fork like this. But if you want it smooth, just stick a mixer in there and mix it to more like a paste. But I kind of like the pieces in the pudding. And that's how we prepare our dates. Again, really easy. Takes about 15 minutes all in all. Now for the rest of the pudding, we need 105 grams of flour and 3 grams of baking powder. We need 25 grams of brown sugar. Brown sugar comes in many forms. These are bricks that I had to grate. We need 45 grams of salted butter, and we need 1 egg. And we're first going to start with the sugar and the butter. So I'll clean up here, get a bowl out, and then we can get going. So we get our sugar and our butter. Now I'm doing this first part by hand because then you can I think it's easier, but you can also do with a mixer or a whisk if you want. And you're just going to basically just mix the butter and the sugar until it's a cohesive mass. That will take a minute or two. There we go. Scrape this off, not lose anything. Next, our egg goes in. Now I'm using a mixer for this, so just incorporate the egg and I'll see when it's done. I see it's not 100% incorporated, but it's good enough. It's time to add in our dates. And we continue. I'm happy with that. And now for our flour and our baking powder. Just make sure we get everything in there. And now we just sieve this in. There we go. And we incorporate it. We just do the last part with our spatula. Just incorporate the flour. Now you can bake these either individually like we're doing today or in a big baking tray or form. And today the recipe is basically for 4, but I'm gonna make 3 ramekins out of this. And this can be served with whatever you want. Normally it's either vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. We're serving it with creme fraiche because I like that kind of acidity to go with the really sweet dessert that we have. So get your ramekins ready, butter them, and then we're going to fill them. And then also put your oven on 160 degrees Celsius to preheat it. I'll see in a bit. So we're ready to fill these. Let's see if we can do it with a spatula. Yes. And we fill them to about 2/3. Maybe there'll even be enough for a 4th. Let's see. Always good to have an extra one. No, it will be just enough for this. Just let them set a bit. I'm sorry that was loud. Clean the edges a bit. Let them set. Once they're set and your oven is hot enough, put them in 25 minutes, but you should check them after 25. And I forgot to say it's 160 degrees on hot air. If you don't have hot air, do 180 degrees Celsius. 25 minutes, and then stick a toothpick or something in and make sure that they're cooked. So I'll see you in about 25 minutes. So we just took our 3 cakes out of the oven. Now we're gonna poke a lot of holes in them. I like them semi-done. So, and now I take our caramel, maybe even with a brush. Well, let's scoop some with a spoon, and then we go with a brush. Yeah, should have caught. So we just brush the top. And the idea with the hole is that it kind of soaks it up a bit. So do that on all of them, and then we'll let it rest for 10 minutes. Let them cool down a bit, and then we're ready to serve this up on a plate. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. We'll take a knife, run around the edges. It's still quite hot. And then hopefully I'll put it in the thing like this. There we go. And now we dose it in our miso caramel. So it runs down nicely on the over the sides. This is going to be good. I think that's enough. And now for the crème de la crème, the pièce de la résistance, the Creme Fraiche. But before we put this on, if you stuck with me this far, there must have been something you enjoyed about the episode. So do me the huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. It's just down there. It takes you a second, but it's so valuable for me to get my content out there in the YouTube universe. Now let's put it on. Let's dig in. As you can see, it is quite a big portion, but I don't mind. I enjoy this. This is perversely good. And because you make it with salty butter, it has that salt taste that I love, like the salty caramel taste, but that goes through the whole dessert. And I really think it works well with the Creme Fraiche because it has that acidity to cut through all the sweetness. But it's not low on calories. Amazing. I will let you enjoy yours. If you have any questions about this recipe, please leave them in the comments below. But that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.